Oh, there we go. Alright. Alright, everybody. So this is it. Okay, I found it. So no more typing. So this is the horoscope. So this is what we're going to be doing from this point forward is... we're going to be watching the horoscopes live in here. Okay? So you used to watch these on your own, and I really hope that you're keeping up with the videos. But now you don't need to. Because we're going to watch them here in this situation from now on. So, in this way also. Now, I'm going to see if I can start it. Okay. Let me get the volume.
June 4th, 5th, and 6th, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we are in a full moon and an eclipse. The sun in Gemini, the moon in Sag, and just to note, Mars in Pisces. That's called a T. Look at it. Two opposite planets, third one 90, all releasing in the opposite sign, which would be Virgo. This is so funny. First of all, let's talk about the full moon. Energy's building, Gemini, Sag. Our president was born with this. A very wild energy, very uninhibited, says exactly what they think, doesn't have an off button, childlike, fun, playful, be careful, because the mind can go off. And then because that Mars in Pisces, we have 3 mutable signs. What's mutable? There's 3 different categories. There's fixed, there's mutable, and there's
I have
cardinal.
a horoscope for
Mutable
this
means
that you'll
everything
see
is
as
flexible.
well.
You can change on a dime. You don't really have that same point of view. You want to change your clothes, you want to change your partner, you want to change your job. Change. And therefore, it makes a little bit of a wishy-washy character at worst. At best, it's super creative. Always thinking up new ideas. Never limiting yourself, coming up quickly with a solution. The release of everything, however, is Virgo, which is mutable. And this means we need a list. Like, okay, guys, let's take this full moon. And if you're feeling frustrated because there's so much fire and air, what can you do to get yourself structured? This is what's missing with Geminis and Sag. They're so kid-like. They're so spontaneous. They hate when you tell them what to do. Oh my God, these 2 signs. And they can't follow. So you want to say, if Virgo's the release point of this T-square, here it is, Virgo, then you want to ask yourself, I think I have to think of something concrete. Like, I can't just be wishy-washy. I need to call myself out and give myself an instruction and say, starting today, this full moon, I heard it from Deborah, I'm going to make a change. If you use astrology to actually make a shift for your life, because you're not just listening to me and letting me be entertaining, but you're actually applying it, set the moon in release point in Virgo, you will be finding spirituality through astrology evolves you. It grows you. It's like you learned from it. That's what happened to me. So I want to invite you, use the Virgo release point with the calling out of yourself to say, what do I need to do? Now, when there's an eclipse and there's a full moon, it's a marker. It's a perfect time to say, ever since that eclipse that happened in June, that 4th, 5th, 6th, that date of that eclipse, I really feel like something shifted in me and it's lasted. Astrology has just wanted me to tell you. And it's Russell Brand's birthday. He is such a verbal Gemini. He can speak in so many interesting ways. The way he puts words together and he talks so fast and he uses his hands and he's always questioning everything, that's exactly what the energy is like today. So I invite you, let that be, all that versatility, but take that Virgo release point and say, what is it I need to ask of myself to bring myself back to point? This eclipse could be made of great use.
Virgo Pisces.
Astrology, yes, just wanted me to tell you, so I did.
Remember that Gemini, Sag, squares, Virgo, and Pisces.
Join the waiting list for my online.
Okay. Alright, so that was really good. And I think that she made a lot of really interesting points. Now, I make these horoscopes and I hate to say it, but I kind of copy off of what she says and I say it my own way and I add my own things into it. And I add extra things into my horoscope. So you'll realize when you compare hers to mine, they're going to be similar. You know, because that's my nature to do that. But so they're going to get more into the, the actual signs and talking about the, the combination between them, like the sign, the modality, the element, the, the ruling planet, sun and moon, everything, and they're going to be a little bit more, descriptive at times, and, shorter at times. So, there's a lot of really, really good points in there. Starting with Sun and Gemini, Moon and Sagittarius. Now, one thing that I would have liked to have heard and I didn't hear is the combination and the flavor of Sun, Gemini, Moon, and Sagittarius and how they complement each other. I didn't get that, but I think that because Sun, Gemini, Moon, and Sag, she was talking about how it's wishy-washy, fun, wild, crazy, a little bit all over the place, thinking of new ideas. Okay? And then also remember that when there's a square, there's conflict, and there's tension, and there's resistance, and there's a countering from that sign in the two that it's squaring. So, Gemini and Sag need Virgo to ground themselves. And remember that, and I keep saying this over and over again, that every sign has its own element, has one element, but there's another element tied into that sign as well. So Virgo is an earth sign, but there's also air to the earth, and you're added to the earth. Thinking, analysis, details. It uses its mind, and it's ruled by Mercury, which rules Gemini as well. So, it's also communication and, thinking and, analysis and observation as well with those things additionally. And very witty as well. So, also, I think this is another really, really important point that, about the, applying astrology to the real life. Because as above, so below, whatever, goes on in the planetary positions and, movements affects us below. And, astrology really gives us and shows us, what to do with our lives and how to live and how to go about, one day or, a couple, 3 days. So you can also find that out with, going onto the daily horoscope and, read and, pick out your sign and read that information and see what is going to happen to you that day, based on your sun sign, birth sign. So that was really, really good. Now I just want to see about that other lady that I was talking to you about, which was wait, okay. I'm gonna see if I can go to the search. Wait, okay, I don't know how to do that. Let's see. Okay, I'm trying to get to. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this again because I'm not sure how to. Okay. Okay, we're not gonna do that, individual. Alright, so we heard the horoscope and that was enough, okay? Now, I'm gonna talk about how what you heard in the horoscope applies to what is going to be occurring today, which they're going to be arriving any moment. And if we have time, we'll watch an episode of the Kimchi Chronicles, maybe when they leave, or maybe sometime tomorrow, but I don't know if there'll be time today. Now, so we know, obviously, that they're going to be arriving here. And Gemini and Sagittarius. So this complementation and this polarity, having to do with Kimchi Chronicles. Now, a couple of things. Remember, the Gemini ruled by Mercury, planet of communication, planet of thinking, quickest moving planet closer to the sun. And then we have Sag ruled by Jupiter, higher expansion, learning, experience, but body and mind, philosophy, freedom, adventure, good fortune, those things, okay? So, Gemini, a lot of ideas scattered around, fun, funny, entertaining, and very, very talkative, and very idealistic as well. And also, another word is versatile. And then we have Sagittarius, which is freedom-loving, adventure-loving, and not wanting to be tied down. And living life to the fullest, in short. Remember, we have the twins and we have the Archer Centaur. With this, Gemini is it's an air sign, and Sag is mutable. Fire, and Gemini mutable air. So Gemini is like connection and like to get out and like to live life really light and fun and positive because they are the child and they like to talk and they like the kind of the latest trends and things and open to just fascinated by everything and need the stimulation by everything. So that includes food and new cultures also. And then Sagittarius, remember that Sagittarius, now remember, here's something. Now, Gemini is the fire to the air, because it's a little bit like Aries. It's the impulsive Aries, but through speaking and socialization, more of, mental, intellectual air sign. So, Gemini is the fire to the alien, very energetic, really wanting to get out and have fun, all that kind of thing. Sagittarius is exact opposite to that. That is the, Sagittarius is the heir to the fire. Because it's a fire sign, don't get me wrong, but it has an airy, perspective with, philosophy and, higher learning and higher experience and all those types of things. Sagittarius is all about globe-trotting, adventures, living life to the fullest, exploration, freedom, living life. Just really, really big and fun and just spectacular. So obviously, Kimchi Chronicles really ties into that. In eating, eating, new food, and being open to learning about learning about new cultures, food, history, tradition, scenery, exploring nature, you name it. So, if you look at it and you think about it, Sagittarius is the ruling planet for Kimchi Chronicles. Alright, so I wanted to take you through that real quickly, okay? And without further ado, I heard the car just pull up. And, what happens is when cars just pull up, there's a magnifier that just comes across into here. And I just heard it pull up. So, what's going to happen is, I told them to come in. Okay, I'm actually going to go to the door and you collect them and bring them in here. Okay, so give me some time to be able to do that. Okay, and I'll be right back. Welcome. Come in. Just get in. I don't want to let any bugs in. Good morning. Pleasure to have you here. Such an honor. Come in. Yeah, it is definitely a hot day. Alright, so, this is my Minton house. So welcome to my humble abode. You can go upstairs and and go on the landing, and let's go on with the proceedings and go into the main Minton room. Thank you for coming. I'm very, very grateful. I'm very, very thrilled and fortunate that you're here. All right, everybody. So, welcome in, come in, come in. All right, everybody. So, this is Marja, and that is John George, and as you know, married couple. One's Korean and the other French. They are the hosts of Kimchi Chronicles, and we are all really, really interested and very, very super excited to see what all of you have in store, and to experience and to learn from, and to get to know and talk to, and really make a lot of very nostalgic, just wonderful memories. Really. So it's going to be a very, very exciting day today. And I know it'll go by very quickly because they have a lot to teach you about. Like very excited to get in and taste all of the things that they brought, and taste all of the cuisines of Korea, and learning from them. Cooking and the cuisine, and just really getting to know them better. So, welcome. I'm Julia Eskinroll, and I did give you, it was August 1st of last year, where, you got the little, you got the little recognition. Do you remember that, someday, you might be called to the Minton, and the day is today, June 5th. So, that was when you got it. That was right before this whole Minton took a vacation to Omaha. But so, 2 days before Melania Esposito's birthday. But wonderful to see you. It's such an honor having you both here. And what's going to happen is, oh, okay. All right. Wonderful. Oh yeah, I forgot that. Okay, there's going to be a resemblance prayer. I did not tell any of you about this yet. But there's going to be a resemblance prayer between Marja and a mom from Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition, Christy. So we're going to do that, okay? And I think that's all, in addition to all the plans and the schedule of how it's all going to work, I've given to you all already. So, I'm going to tell you that music is one of the main staples of this Minton. And you can sit on the couch. There's plenty of room on there for you both to sit down. Make yourselves at home. Now we're going to listen. Remember that every Minton guest that comes here, and you can use this if you want to put your feet up, but every Minton guest that comes here, we have a theme song, which is usually one song or a medley of little small songs, and that in this case that's what it is. So I'm going to play it. I want you to listen to it, and then afterward we're going to go into the the meeting room, and you're going to get time to you get to meet and get to talk to and get to introduce yourselves, and getting to know them, and then getting to know you before we have our lunch. So, ready? And this is the wait, okay. So, there's actually a couple things. So, one of which is the main Minton theme song for welcoming guests, and this has been invented by Julie Eskinroll. Okay, let's get that. It should. think that that song's perfectly recognizable. Okay. I'm just writing a couple things down on the board here for this one-day mini unit, as we call it here at the Minton. Okay. Now this song is the song prepared for the Minton guests here. This is the main one, and then there's usually Away into the Sky. It's a song by Susan Boyle. It's so beautiful. Sagittarian. Alright, so while you were listening to that, I was writing down some information that I just want to go over real quick. But first of all, I want to talk about that theme song. It's really focusing on a couple of things, one of which was Sagittarius. Want to spread my wings and fly away into the sky. You know, that's very Sagittarian because it's all about freedom. Freedom and individualistic. I'm gonna act like Deborah Silverman. By the way, I just want to ask you a couple things. Because we're not going to be doing the typical thing that we do for mentioned guests, but I don't know if you typed in your birth information into astro.com or any other chart calculator and printed it out. Okay, well, so first of all, because this mention is going astrological now, as you know, as well with, you know, in addition to everything else, I want to know, Marcia, what's your sun sign? I knew it. Well, then that's perfect then. Sagittarius, I'm an Aries. So Sagittarius and Aries get along like a match made in heaven. Both about the same exact things. And then going on to George's. What's your sun sign or your birthday? Okay. Pisces. March 16th. Oh. That's an interesting compatibility then. And then when's your birthday, Marcia? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Sagittarius and Pisces compatibility. That's interesting. Well, okay. So, we'll talk more about that probably tomorrow. Tomorrow they'll be just coming in for the morning and we'll do the resemblance prayer and talk about, you know, customs and custom resemblances and get into the compatibility and maybe on the natal charts as well. So that's what's going to be happening tomorrow. Okay, so I'll save that information until then. But for today, you know, it says here, welcome to mention guests John Georges and Marja to this mention. We'll be sharing the tastes and traditions and culture and cuisine of Korea. That's what they'll be doing. Okay, and also, you know, getting to know them, talking